Know yourself. It sounds like I heard that somewhere. Know yourself. I was maybe 19 years old. It was like 8:30 in the afternoon. My father just finished watching his news. He went out and sit, and I was stressing in one of the room because I was preparing myself to go just tell him a very bad news because I just finished my high school and I went to start my university studies and I chose to be a lawyer. But in that particular time, I felt like that was not my thing. I should go do music. And then I was getting ready to tell my father that I have to stop this wonderful career of being a lawyer and become a musician. And you can feel the pressure. And I was thinking, okay, well, how am I going to put this? Yeah, and then I went out to say that, you know what, I'll stop going to the university from today because I feel like music is calling me. And then they said, wow, good. It's not a problem. I'm like, what? And I said, okay, it's going to be easier just to tell my mother the same story. And I went to my mother, and she loves me. I'm like, oh, Mom, you know what? I'm no longer going to go doing law study. I'm just going to do music. And she went, whoa, my God, what happened to you? Oh, have you ever seen a musician working in the office? You know, we live in a world where we do have stereotype already. If you work, you should work in the office. We have icons in every area of life. We don't miss any model or any example. We have a lot of people that we can follow after, big images on TV. And we even get to the level where we don't want to know who we are. We just want to be like one of them. What am I going to give so much energy of trying to find out who I am? Why there's already someone who's so good I can just imitate him and become him. If you haven't seen here in Kinshasa, people, especially lady, you look at them like, seems like I've seen this one on TV. But you know it's not actually her, but she just looked like the other one. She has no identity. We live in a world where there's a huge identity crisis. People have tendency of defining themselves according to what is happening outside. They're taking what is on TV to define what is inside of them. Identity doesn't work like that. You don't become what you see outside. But identity works in the other way around. It's actually what is inside of you that has to go out of you so people can see. I always say there's someone that you'll never meet in your life. It's you. Because you never walk one day and meet yourself coming the other way. Because you are unique. There's only you to be you. And then we have this problem in our society right now. People don't know how to define themselves. You ask them, who are you? You say, I'm a doctor. Okay. So who are you? I'm an architecture. Okay. So I thought that was the study you did. I thought that was the role you're playing in the society. Now, parents will do as much as they can effort to invest in the studies of their kids. They want them to earn some degrees. You know, in Kinshasa, you go some places, you want to get a job. They don't even ask your name. They just go straight, what have you done? What was your major? What did you do? Show us your degree. Now, people are defining themselves according to the degree they have, to the place where they live, to the color of their skin, to the shape of the body. Either they're big or small or tall. That's the way people are trying to define themselves right now. But this is my challenge to you. I want us to work on how do we really define ourselves? And what is the benefit of knowing who you are? I want to suggest to you that defining yourself has nothing to do with everything that in you can easily change. I mean, you can easily change your weight, right? Depending on what you eat. If you eat fufu in the night, it's probably going to happen. Yeah, you feel like being pregnant. You know that feeling. But sometimes you just grow up, time is just changing, the sun is over there just burning on you. Oh, thank God, whatever happened to the sun doesn't change my skin color. But we do have all this around us. And if you were defining yourself according to these little things that can change according to the time, you find yourself in trouble. Who am I now? I want to suggest you to believe that defining yourself depends on something in you that never changes. No matter you are in any kind of field, studying anything, anywhere in the world, that little thing is still in you. You wake up with it. You are like that. So let's see. What if I know myself? What is the benefit of knowing ourselves? First of all, when you know yourself, it helps you choose better. You choose now wisely. You know what to choose. You will choose your friend. You will choose the people walking around you. You will choose your environment. You will choose the place to go. You choose your friends, but your enemy will choose you. Don't worry about that. But at least you have the power to choose. Why? Because you know now the nature of who you are, and you know what can help you become better. You know that these kind of people can really get along with me. You know, I get a chance. That particular day, my mother answered to me. I swear that day, I'm like, okay, I don't think I will have an opportunity to do this thing again. So I have to make sure this choice is the best one. I didn't want to put myself in the same condition for nothing. Coming to my mother again and tell her that I'm going to shift again and say, go to something else. That particular day, I was there and I said, okay, well, Athoms, you should know now who you are, not what you have to do just. You have to do things according to who you are. You will choose better. I chose my wife. I didn't choose my kids. They just come along. They come. It's a set. Yeah, it's a set. I remember one day I get in my house and I have 4 kids coming to me. I told my wife, how did we end up here? 4 kids. But when I look at them, I'm like, wow, I did a good choice. So when you know yourself, if you know your nature, you know you're like a fire. You don't choose water. It's going to kill you. Yeah. But you know who you are. Secondly, if you know yourself, it helps you endure hard times. You know, I've been into some hard times in my life, where it's just too hard. And had how will I call it, a chance? Yeah, I took over some major organization, let me call it that way, that was led by people who were very loved by people. And one of them passed away, another one is still alive. And it's hard for people to have you taking over. They loved the guy. I mean, the guy was just wonderful. They loved you too, but the only thing they want you to do from now, do your best to be him. Is there that we want them back a little bit in you? We don't want to see you. Please, can you just be him? And this is a hard time. Because everyone is holding a mirror. And in this mirror, you're not seeing yourself. You are seeing the person that they're pointing. And you are disappointed. I'm like, why do you need me then? And when you're in this hard time, everything you do, nobody accepts. If you know who you are, you stand. I know my season. I know in a few time, you all going to come and say, thank you, man. You've been a good guy. I know I'm not supposed to take you back from the place where we were. I know my mission is for the future. I know who I am. When you know who you are, no matter any situation you go through, you stick into who you are and you go over. Thirdly, if you know who you are, it helps you get rid of the complex. I know who I am. So, in the process of trying to discover who you are, I just want to ensure you 100%. I don't know if it's going to work with you, but it works with me. You're not going to like yourself. Trying to know who you are, you hit a time where you don't just like yourself. You hope you could have his noise, his fit, his looking, and you want a monster of all the good things you've seen in other people. And sometimes you feel like you're missing something. I'm not exactly the way I want to be. Just bring just a little of Obama, just mix it with the Trump. Imagine that, what it's going to look like. Oh, and sometimes we want a monster. We don't want to see ourselves. But by the time you know who you are, you will be okay with the fact that you don't have some stuff. You lack them, you don't have them. But on the other hand, you have things that nobody has. If you live your life with complex, you kill all the people around you. Have you ever been a friend of someone who is complexed? It looks at you, it's like all the time yelling on you, and you're like, okay, what you're saying about me actually is exactly what is happening to you. Knowing yourself will help you stand in your shoes and see, this is just me. I'm good. Remember, all my colleagues in university, they heard that I stopped coming in university because I wanted to go to do music. Can you imagine the way they laugh at me? It's like, whoa, guy, really? Did you fall that down? You're going to do what? Music to do what? I was hanging around with my guitar, so this is my new office, man. I like my office. You know what? With my little office, I could enter into the house of president that they have never been into. With my little office, I could stand on a stage they've never stood on. With my little office, just at my back, I've traveled around the world because I knew who I was, actually. When you know who you are, it helps you also. It gives you the chance to be the best. You know, we're always in competition, actually. Saying it or not, we're always in competition, kind of. So just ask the lady. Just ask them why they don't choose the same kind of clothes with their neighbor. They'll tell you, I don't want to look like the other. So we always like in competition every day. But there is a field in your life where you can be the best. I know there's something that will never be copied. Even if you bring it in China, no Chinese will copy that. I know Chinese, they're very good in copying stuff. We all know that. But I know there's something that they cannot copy. You know what? It's me. So whenever I wake up in the morning, I don't have to put on something to be me. I don't want to take off something to be me. I just wake up, I am myself, and I'm so happy to be me. And there's no effort to be me. So in fact, there's an area in my life that I'm just wonderful than anybody else. It's just being Athoms. I'm the best. Yeah, I'm best. Yeah, you'll never find any Athoms. I swear, you'll never find any other Athoms like me. I'm the best. You'll never find no one else like you. You are the best in being yourself. It's your own science. You are the PhD of yourself. Yes, it's your own enterprise. You are the CEO of yourself. Just trying to be yourself. And these are the advantage. When you know who you are, you can now play different roles in society. Now you can answer this question differently. Who are you? You're not going to say, I'm a doctor. That's what I discovered. I'm not going to say I'm a musician. But there's something in me that can take the role of a musician one day, take a role of a preacher another day, take a role of a TEDx talk speaker another day, take a role of any other thing. I discovered that thing. I was a communicator. I had the ability to improvise anytime. You know, when I went to musical school, I thought it was going to be easier. I went there, I'm like, yeah, I found the other guys playing guitar so well. I'm like, am I in a good field, man? So these guys are already playing so good. And I tried to play, they were so far. And then I saw some other guys that were singing so good classical music. I'm like, am I in a good place here? And then I found out there was something that I was able to do that no one else was able to do. Improvisation. You wake me up in the morning, you ask me to make a song, From any word you want me to make it, I'll bam, 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 just make it easier. And I discovered I had the ability to pull people emotion outside, to make them feel something. So I'll build an enterprise on shaping other people's dream. Now I go study things that I am, not things that will make me to become someone. When I discover who I am, I feel that these things should work, I will go get a study, get a degree on that, and be the best of myself. I want to leave you with this thought. I want to suggest you, please, don't spend time trying to be just average of something. So you know what we do? We take our time trying to work so hard on our weaknesses. I can't play guitar so good, so let me be so good on guitar. Let me try hard. I will take 2 hours just practicing my guitar, and I never get as good as these guys. I would just get average. But the day I decided, let me take these 2 hours trying to learn the techniques behind my ability to improvise. From that, I made a school, and I teach people how to improvise. Don't take time to try just level up your weaknesses so you can get a little bit average. Focus your time first to be so excellent in what you're able to do. Be the best, and then you take care of the other thing. But the time you're trying to be your best, there are some weaknesses that will fix themselves directly. So don't waste your time to become someone you are not. Be yourself. So I was thinking, if we're trying to be ourselves, let's see if it really works. Can I actually bring my guitar, put it on, and try to make you sing from a song that doesn't exist? Can we do that? Oh, no, I don't hear. Can you do that? Yeah. So what are we going to sing? Oh, know yourself, okay? Know yourself. Let's say, know yourself just as you are. Is it good? Let's try. Know yourself just as you are. And then let's put a little bit of flavor in it. Okay. Oh, let's do some Spanish. Let's do amigo. Is it fine? You got a lyric. So let me try. Know yourself just as you are, just as you are. Amigo, oh, know yourself just as you are, just as you are. Amigo, 1, 2. Amigo, oh, know yourself just as you are. Amigo, 1, 2. Amigo, oh, know yourself just as you are, just as you are. Amigo, oh. Thank you.